Good morning, dear students. Today, let us go to the new chapter, statistics. What does it mean by statistics? We have already studied in our previous class, especially in our ninth class. But there was a difference. We did not study about grouped distribution. There we will be studying about ungrouped distribution, or in other name, discrete distribution. Means the observations was differently given. Individually it was given. From that one, how to find the mean, median, mode. You have studied this in your previous classes. But in this 10th class topic, today we are going to study about three different topics of statistics. One is called mean, another is mode, and the third one will be median. First of all, let us study about mean. So in a single words, we can say what is it? What is the meaning of mean? Generally, we can say it is an average which we studied in our 7th class. How to find the average? The sum of observations divided by the total number of observations. That's the way how we studied mean, right? How many numbers are there? Add all the numbers and count the numbers. How many numbers are there? Divide by the number. That will be the mean, or that is what we call the average. So in other words, we are studying its mean. But here we are going to study about grouped distribution. What does it mean by grouped distribution? A distribution which is grouped from here, that means from 0 to 10, from 10 to 20, from 20 to 30, like that. If it is given as a group, that typical type of distribution is what we are calling as grouped distribution. There are three typical types of mean. How to find the mean? There are three typical methods. The first method is what we call the direct mean method. Direct mean means simply you can say x bar is what we are giving a notation for finding the mean, x bar. So x bar is equal to sigma fi xi divided by sigma fi. You have studied this in your 9th class, so no need to repeat that one. This fi xi, the summation of sigma fi, the sum of sigma fi is also called n, capital letter N, the sum of the frequencies. So this is the equation to find the direct mean, 1 by n into sigma fi into xi. Sigma means the sum of, the summation. I is the notification of the number which we are taking, means how many observations are there. It depends upon that one. Second method is what we call the assumed mean method. The difference means inside this one we are taking assumed mean method. Where we are using this assumed mean, or why we are using this, or in a question, how can you understand that whether you want to do in the direct mean method, or whether you want to apply the assumed mean method, or whether you want to apply the standard deviation method or the step deviation method. How to understand this one? It depends upon the frequency table. You know, in the question there will be a frequency table will be given. There is a class interval also will be given. Okay, so inside the frequency table, if your frequency, most of the frequencies or maximum of the frequencies, if the value of those frequencies are more than 15 15 से भी ज्यादा है, तो अगर अधिकतर फ्रीक्वेंसीज जो दिया है वो 15 से भी ज्यादा आ रहा है उसका वैल्यू है, तो उस वक्त वी विल टेक द assumed mean method or the step deviation method. If the frequencies are lesser, most of the frequencies are lesser than 15, then there is no need to go this much high. We can simplify by using the direct mean method, because we will get a summation with a smaller number. So the meaning of this one means, if in front of you a question is given to find the mean, you can follow any three methods. In these three methods, whatever method you are following, you will get the same answer. So today, to make that understand, here I will tell you direct method, x bar is equal to 1 by n into sigma fi xi, where assumed mean method, there you have to find a particular column which is called di, deviation di. There I will teach you when I'm doing the sums. You will get it very fast. Xi minus a divided by h. H is what we call the size of the class. Size of the class means the difference between the upper limit and the lower limit is what we call the size of the class. N is what we call sigma fi. Sigma fi is called the n. Third method is what we call the step deviation method. In step deviation method, x bar is equal to a plus h into sigma fi ui divided by n. There ui will come, where ui is 1 by n into sigma fi ui. So in whatever methods you are using, whatever method you are choosing, you will get the same answer. That's a specialty. So today, just to make you understand about this one, I am choosing a particular question, and in the same question, let us adopt three of the methods, so that let us check whether the answer is right or wrong. Okay, here goes the first question before you. Here you can see the question is given. So inside this question, What can you understand? There is a class interval mentioned, right? So whenever you are getting this question, from that question, what you want to do, you have to make it into this table. Did you see this? In like this, you have to prepare. The first column goes class interval, then comes the mid value of xi, then frequency fi, and last one fi into xi. Because we are going to adopt the direct method, you know, inside the direct method, what was the formula? Sigma fi divided by sigma fi. So वो दोनों column होना चाहिए. So equation के हिसाब से आपको पता चलेगा कि कौन सा column इधर आएगा करके. Okay. So now the given distribution you have distributed here over this column 10 to 20, 20, 30, 30, 40, 40, 50, 50, 60, like that 90, 100. This is what we called the lower limit, and this is what we call the upper limit. So after mentioning this like this, you can see here, yeah. Now this is the lower limit, this is the upper limit. So the difference between the lower limit and upper limit is what we call the class width. That is what we call the class width. Along with that one, the frequencies are given. We have mentioned that one. And now from this one, you have to take the summation of the frequencies. Here you can find, if you're taking the sum of this one, you will get all together, it is 100. This is also what we call the capital N. Okay, forget not. So first column is class interval. अगला column जो है mid value of xi. Mid value of xi कैसे ढूंढेगा? इन दोनों को प्लस करिए, उसका आधा निकालिए. 10 plus 20 is 30, 30 का आधा, it is 15. 20 plus 30, 50. Half of 50, 25. You got the first two entries. From this one very clearly you can find out very fast. There is no need to add further like that. दोनों ऐड करके आधा निकालने का जरूरत नहीं है सच में, क्योंकि ये पूरा कंटिन्यूस फंक्शन है. देखा है 10 से 20, फिर 20 से ही शुरू होता है 80 तक, फिर 30 से ही शुरू 40, like that it is going evenly distributed. So 10, 15, 25 आ गया. तो अगला जो है देखिए 10 plus 5 15 आ रहा है, 20 plus 5 25 आ रहा है. तो 30 plus 5 कितना होगा? या 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, 85, and 95. You got the entries here. After getting these entries, what you have to do means, see here, the third column is fi xi. ये दोनों को मल्टीप्लाई करना है. fi ये रहा, xi ये रहा, दोनों मल्टीप्लाई करके इधर लिखना है. So 15 8s are 120. Next one 175. Third one 420. Then fourth one 1035. The next one 605. Then 845. Next one 600. Then this one 85 into 6, it is 510. 95 into 12, 1140. You multiplied all the numbers. मैं ये दोनों को multiply करके ये लिखे, ये दोनों को ये रहा, like that. Multiply them together right here. Now you have to take the summation sigma fi xi. ये पूरा का sum is equal to is equal to 0. Then 2 0 4 4. Then here comes 5 4 5 5450. So now let us, you got this much. Okay, from that one, mean x bar is equal to, what is the formula? X bar is equal to sigma fi xi divided by sigma fi. Sigma fi कोई n भी कहता है, we can say it as n. So that is 5450 divided by 100. And there's 100 से डिवाइड करने का जगह दोस्तों पीछे करके पॉइंट लगाइए 54.50. That means 54.5. That's the mean. You got it. So this is the way how to do by using the direct mean method. Now let us go with the same question. With the same question, let us go to the second method. Here you can see the same question again. I have written the mid value. Then frequencies are given. Total n. We have taken the n. Now we got the dA. So here you have to find dA. dA is equal to xi minus a. A is what we call the assumed mean. So you have to see, I told you where we are using this assumed mean method. Where we are using, you can see here, there are some frequencies which is much more higher. So when we are finding some higher frequencies, then at the time we will use the assumed mean method. So one thing you put in your mind, every time the frequency will be stable. Nothing you can do inside the frequency table. You cannot change any of the entries which is already given in the frequency table. Whatever you want to do, you have to do in the class interval. So this class interval we simplify to the mid value of x. Again, here you can see the mid values. Most of the mid values are greater than 15, as I told you. 15 से भी ज्यादा है. So you can see the least is 15. बाकी सभी जो है 15 से ज्यादा है. मैंने क्या कहा था पहले, अगर आपका मिड वैल्यू जो है 15 से भी, अधिकतर मिड वैल्यूज जो है 15 से भी ज्यादा आ रहा है, if most of the mid values are coming more than 15, so at that time what you will use, assumed mean method, or you will go to the step deviation method. First of all I will tell you what this method is. इसके अंदर एक assumed mean करके एक चीज को आपको चुनना है. तो let us count 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 terms are there. So इसका middle term क्या होगा, 9 plus 1 10, 10 का आगा 5. Fifth term 1 2 3 4 5. Fifth term, this will be the center term, इसका बीच वाला टर्म. अगर ऐसे गिनती लेते हुए अगर इधर तो 9 आया, तो कभी कभी ऐसा हो सकता है कि इवन नंबर्स आएगा, यानी कि मान लीजिए कि 8 आया. इफ देयर आर 8 नंबर्स, सो 8 नंबर्स है तो 8 का सेंटर नंबर कौन सा होगा, 4th और 5th दोनों सेंटर में ही ना होगा. ऐसा नहीं कि एक ही नंबर सेंटर में पड़ेगा, दो नंबर सेंटर में आएगा. अगर इसका गिनती 8 है तो, यानी कि इवन है तो उस वक्त क्या करना है, अगर मान लीजिए ये तो इवन है, 95 नहीं है करके सोचिए, इतना ही नंबर्स है, तो 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 हो गया. 8 का हाफ 4 है, 1 2 3 4. सो ये दोनों नंबर्स होगा इसका बीच वाला टर्म्स, क्योंकि इसके इधर की ओर 3 है, नीचे की ओर भी 3 पड़ा है, तो ये दोनों होगा उसका बीच वाला टर्म. तो इन दोनों से कोई भी एक को आपको लेना है assumed mean करके. सो नॉर्मली वी विल टेक द बिगर नंबर. यू कैन टेक एनीथिंग, ये भी ले सकता है, ये भी ले सकता है, बट नॉर्मली यू विल टेक द बिगर नंबर. Okay, so that is the way how to find the assumed mean. So here I am taking 55 as assumed mean A. मैंने मार्क किया इसको, 55 is equal to assumed mean. अगला कॉलम में क्या दिया है, DI. DI कैसे निकालना है, इसका हर एक XI जो है, XI के अंदर से A निकाल करके इधर लिखना है. So the first column is 15 minus 55. 15 minus 55, that is minus 40. 25 minus 55, XI minus A है ना, so 25 minus 45. Sorry, 25 minus 55. How much? It is minus 30. 35 minus 55, minus 20. 45 minus 55, minus 10. 55 minus 55, 0. 65 minus 55, 10. Here it is 20. Here 30. And then 40. यानी कि हर एक नंबर 55 भी उसका साथ लेगा, हर एक नंबर जो है वो किसका अंदर से माइनस करना, 55 से माइनस करके इधर लिखना है. सो एक एक नंबर को 55 से माइनस करिए, इधर लिखिए, तो इतना नंबर्स मिल गया. आफ्टर गेटिंग दिस नंबर्स व्हाट यू कैन टू डू, you have to multiply these two numbers and write it here, because here you can see fi di, fi into di. So बोलिए क्या होगा, नेगेटिव नंबर होगा. 8 4s are 32, so 320. Here 7 3s are 21, so 210. Here 12 2s are 24, so 240. 23 into 10 minus 230. Then 11 into 0, it's 0 itself. 13 into 10, 130. That's a positive number. 8 into 20, 8 2s are 16, so 160. 6 into 30, 6 3s are 18 है, so 180. 12 4s are 48, 480. अभी इतना जो है नेगेटिव नंबर से, इतना जो है पॉजिटिव नंबर से अलग से प्लस करिए. If you're adding all this number, you will get a minus 1000. Minus 1000. If you're adding all these numbers, you will get a it is a positive number 950. अभी देखिए इधर माइनस 1000 प्लस 950. सो दोनों को कुल मिला के सिग्मा fi di क्या होगा, एडिंग दिस टू थिंग्स. दोनों अलग अलग साइंस हैं, तो क्या करना है, दोनों का फर्क निकालिए, डिफरेंस ढूंढिए. डिफरेंस ढूंढने का बाद उसका बड़ा वाला जो भी नंबर जो भी है उसका साइन देना है. सो 1000 और 950 में फर्क 50 का है, वो लिख लिया. बड़ा वाला नंबर 1000 है, 1000 का साइन माइनस होने की वजह से इधर भी माइनस आएगा. सो यू गॉट इट. नाउ लेट अस कम टू द फाइनल पॉइंट, फाइंडिंग द मीन. x bar is equal to, first of all you will have to write the equation of x bar. So here what is the equation of x bar? A plus sigma fi di divided by n. So what is your assumed mean? It is 55 plus sigma fi di ये रहा minus 50 divided by 100. n is 100, 0 0 कट हो जाएगा. 55 प्लस और माइनस माइनस हो जाएगा. 5 by 10 is 0.5. So now 55 minus 0.5 is 54.5. This was the same answer which you got when you done by using the direct method. So same answer you got, 54.5. Now let us go to the third method, which is what we call the standard deviation method. Again we are coming with the same question, but here a new term is the class length, the length of the class. What did I say about length of the class? Length of the class क्या होता है? Upper limit minus lower limit. 20 minus 10, that is 10 is the class limit. Now here also you have to find a. So as usual you will take the center term as a. इधर देखिए xi minus a divided by h. So इधर है xi minus a. बोलिए 15 minus 55, it is minus 40. Minus 40 divided by 10, minus 4. Next one, 25. 25 minus 55, minus 30. Minus 30 divided by 10, minus 3. देखा इधर xi minus a करना है, फिर वो वाला आंसर जो है उसको h से डिवाइड करके इधर लिखना है, इसलिए आया minus 3. Then 35 minus 55 is minus 20. Minus 20 by 10 is minus 2. Like that, minus 1. इधर 0. Here again 1, 2, 3, 4. You will get according. That's why I told you. If 1 or 2 you could find, बाकी सभी अपना आप से निकाल सकता है. You can find it very fastly. You will get it. Now fi into ui. 8 4s are 32. It is minus. 7 3s are again 21. There is also minus. 12, 24. Minus 23. 11 zeros are 0. 13 into 1, 13. 8 2s are 16. 6 3s are 18. 12 4s are 48. These numbers are negative, so adding them together you will get minus 100. Here while adding them together you will get positive 95. So what will be sigma fi ui, दोनों का फर्क और बड़ा वाला नंबर का साइन. 5 है डिफरेंस, बड़ा वाला नंबर ये है इसलिए उसका साइन माइनस. You got that much. So now let us go to our mean. Mean x bar is equal to, how to find the mean? Mean x bar is equal to a plus h into sigma fi ui divided by n. That's the equation. That's equal, what is your a? A is 55 plus what is your h? H is your 10 into fi ui is minus 5 divided by n is, here n is 100. Adding the frequencies we already got it, so it is 100. en को ऐसा भी कहा था, sigma fi ui fi भी कहता है. ओके, दोनों बराबर ही है. 0 and 0 got cancelled. 55 plus और minus minus हो जाएगा. 5 by 10, that is 0.5. So what you will get? 55 minus 0.5 is 54.5. That means you took 3 methods, but in 3 of the methods you got the same answer. That's a special. That's why I told you, whatever method you can take it. It depends upon your x values, which method you want to take. So here one more thing you have to remember, that your class interval should be continuous. इधर 20 है तो इधर 20 से ही शुरू होना है, इधर 30 है तो 30 से इधर शुरू करना है. अगर मान लीजिए in some questions they will be giving like this, 10 to 19, then 20 to 29, then 30 to 39, 40 to 49. If it is given like this, it is not continuous. You can see 19 के बाद इधर 19 से नहीं आ रहा है, 20 से आ रहा है. सबसे पहले क्या करना है, इसको कंटिन्यूस में ले आना है. देन ओनली यू हैव टू डू इट, ब्रिंग इट टू द कंटिन्यूस फॉर्म. अगर क्वेश्चन में ऐसा दिया, क्वेश्चन में जो भी दिया वो लिखना है, फिर भी पहले ये जांचना है, ये चेक करना है कि ये कंटिन्यूस है कि नहीं. कंटिन्यूस नहीं है तो कंटिन्यूस करना है. यू हैव टू मेक इट टू कंटिन्यू. हाउ टू मेक इट? फाइंड द डिफरेंस बिटवीन द अपर लिमिट ऑफ द प्रीवियस क्लास एंड द लोअर लिमिट ऑफ द नेक्स्ट क्लास. इन दोनों का, इधर का अपर लिमिट 19 है, इधर का लोअर लिमिट 20 है. इन दोनों का फर्क कितना है? एक नंबर का फर्क, 1 डिजिट का फर्क है. उसका आधा, 1 का आधा 0.5. 0.5 अपर लिमिट में ऐड करना है, लोअर लिमिट में माइनस करना है. अगेन रिपीट, इन दोनों का फर्क जो भी है, फर्क निकालिए, फर्क का आधा. इन दोनों का डिफरेंस जो भी है, डिफरेंस का आधा इधर ऐड करना है, इधर माइनस करना है. इधर माइनस करते हुए ये क्या हो जाएगा? 9.5 हो जाएगा. इधर 0.5 बढ़ाने के लिए कहा था मैंने, तो ये 19.5 हो जाएगा. इधर ध्यान दें, 20 से 0.5 कम करेगा तो 19.5 हो जाएगा। इधर 0.5 बढ़ाएगा तो 29.5, इधर कम करेगा तो 29.5, इधर ज्यादा 39.5. When you are subtracting here 39.5, when you are adding here 49.5. अभी देखिए 9.5 से 19.5 तक, again 19.5 से 29.5. Now you can see it is a continuous fraction. That means even though अगर आपको क्वेश्चन में ऐसा दिया होगा फिर भी वो कंटिन्यूअस नहीं है, तो आपको क्या करना है, इस तरह जब आपने पहले इस तरह जो कॉलम बनाता है उससे पहले क्या करना है, इसको कंटिन्यूअस बना के ये होना चाहिए इधर, इट शुड बी कमिंग हियर. इट्स नॉट लाइक दैट द क्वेश्चन में जो भी दिया वो इधर आएगा, ऐसा नहीं. क्वेश्चन में अगर कंटिन्यूअस करके नहीं दिया है तो कंटिन्यूअस में उसको बदलने के बाद वो लिखना चाहिए इधर, तो उसका मिड वैल्यू होगा इधर, उसका क्लास लेंथ होगा इधर का एच. ये नहीं है कि क्लास क्वेश्चन में जो दिया है उसका डिफरेंस होगा एच, वैसा नहीं. इधर जो भी आप बनाता है उसका डिफरेंस होगा एच, और इन दोनों को प्लस करिए, उसका आधा निकलिए, वो होगा आपका मिड एक्स. लाइक दैट इट विल गो अहेड. सो कीप दैट मच इन योर माइंड. ओके. Another one case means in this particular given question, sometimes one of the frequency will be missing. एक फ्रीक्वेंसी नहीं दिया जाएगा, आपको ढूंढना है. कभी कभी ऐसा हो सकता है कि दो फ्रीक्वेंसीज नहीं दिया जाएगा, two frequencies will be missing and you have to find them. So how we will find them, that's what we are going to the next topic. So just as I have mentioned you here, you can see there are two missing frequencies are given. This is a particular question. So inside this question, let us check out the question first. Here goes the question in front of you. From this question, two things are also given. You can see there the frequency is given, it is 30. Very clearly it is given, it is about 30 women it is given. So it is, the frequency is 30 and the mean data is also given, 76 is given. What we have to find is here x is not given. So you will have to find these two values of x and y, means the two missing frequencies. In some questions there will be only one missing frequency, but in some questions like this there will be two. So as I told you, here I am going to use the step deviation method, which will be the easiest method to find such typical types of question. You can use any method, but this is one of the easiest method which I found. So then I'm going ahead with this one itself. So here you know that here you have to find an assumed mean. So what is the method of finding the assumed? Here you can see the mid values. I have found it. It's very easy because first of that you have to add them together, adding the upper limit and lower limit, taking the half, you will get 66.5. Next one also add them together, take the half, you will get 69.5. If you got the first two entries, there is no need to add further because it's already an evenly distributed function. So here see 66.5, यानी कि 65 था, एक ज्यादा फिर एक पॉइंट भी ज्यादा, मीन्स 1.5 ज्यादा हो गया 65 से. So 66.5, 68 का 69.5, 1.5 पॉइंट ज्यादा. So 71 है तो 72.5, 74 है तो 75.5. Like this, very fastly, if you are understanding the logic behind this lower limit and this mid value which you found it, then automatically you can generate all the things even without adding them together and taking the half. Very fast you will get it. There is no need to panic about this one. Okay, now you got this one, you know that the entries are here, and now the important thing is you have to find one A. What is the method which we want to find A? We have to count the numbers 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 odd number है, 7 plus 1 8, 8 का आधा 1 2 3 4. This will be the assumed mean which we have to take, है ना. But here you can take that one, no problem. But if you are taking that one, what will happen means your total problem will become more and more lengthy. Plenty of equations you will be getting here, and you have to solve one by one of the equation by using substitution method, elimination method, like that. It will go much more lengthy. To make it cut short, very easily you can take like this. You can choose which is the missing frequency. Here x is the missing frequency, here y is the missing frequency. What entry lies very near to the missing frequency, take that entry as A. Here there are two entries, this one and this one, which lies very near to the missing frequency. So I told you already, whenever you are getting two entries as a assumed mean, choose the bigger one. So here among this one, this is the bigger one. So here I am choosing assumed mean as this one, 84.5. I am choosing this as the assumed mean. Now let us come back. UI, xi minus a by h. What is h? H is the length of the class interval. Upper limit minus lower limit, that is 3. We have measured it, we have written there. Now xi minus a divided by h. Xi is 66.5. 66.5 minus 84.5 is 18. Minus 18. Minus 18 divided by 3. minus 18 divided by 3, it is minus 6. Then 69 minus 84.5, it is minus 15. Minus 15 divided by 3, it is minus 5. Then 72.5 minus 84.5, it is minus 12. Minus 12 divided by 3, it is minus 4. So very fast you will get minus 4. The next is minus 3, minus 2, minus 1. Here you know 85.5 divided by 80.5 itself, it is definitely going to become 0 itself. So you got the UIs, right? Once you got the UI, what will be the next step? Fi UI. Multiply these two things and write it here. So what will be here? It will become minus 6x. Here it will become minus 20. Here minus 12, minus 21, minus 16, minus 4. Here it will be 0 itself, because 0 into the y is 0 itself. Here the missing frequency, when you are adding together, leave that x and y, and when you are adding all these things, you will get 26 plus x plus y. But really the n is given. Actually n जो है दिया है 30 करके, लेकिन इसका हिसाब से जैसा जब हम निकालते हैं हमको ऐसा मिलेगा 26 plus x plus y करके, इसलिए ऐसा लिखा है. We need this one towards the last to find any one of the entry. That's why I wrote it like this. Okay, now from here, these are the negative numbers. Let us add the negative numbers together. Adding them, all the negative numbers together, you will get here 20, 12, 21, 16 and 4 adding together minus 73. So here you will get minus 6x minus 73. This is your sigma FIUI. So now we have x bar is equal to a plus h into sigma FIUI divided by n. That is the formula of step deviation method. X bar is already given. What is it? 76 is equal to. Then from here, what is assumed mean? Assumed error. 84.5 plus h. H is your 3. 3 into sigma FIUI. Here it is minus 6x minus 73 divided by, what is the n? N is given here, it is 30. Straightly it is given n is 30. ये मत लेना, इधर तो सीधा दिया इसलिए वो ले रहा है, नहीं तो एक और y भी इसके अंदर आएगा. You cannot go ahead. Okay, so now, so let us take this 84.5 to the next side. 76 minus 80.5 is equal to 3 and 30 will cut 10 times, it will come here, minus 6x minus 73 divided by 10. Next step, when minusing these two things, that means here you will get minusing this one minus 8.5, 10 इधर आते हुए into 10 is equal to minus 6x minus 73. So 10 से मल्टीप्लाई करते हुए क्या हो जाए, पॉइंट निकल जाएगा उधर से, minus 85 is equal to minus 6x minus 73. Taking this 6x to this side and taking that 85 to that side, 6x is equal to minus 73 plus 85, right? Then 6x is equal to, tell me from this one what you will get. Minusing this, it's 12, right? 12. Therefore x is equal to 2. You got x is equal to 2 because 6 उधर जाते हुए 12 by 6 आएगा 2. x 2 करके मिल गया. So what about this one? Also 26 plus x plus y is equal to 26 plus x y is equal to 30, because n is already 30, we know it. So 26 plus अभी x जो है 2 मिल गया, 2 plus y is equal to 30. 28 plus 5 is equal to 30. Therefore y is equal to 30 minus 28, and we can say y is equal to 2. So you got the value, x is also 2, y is also 2. So this is the way. Only the thing which you have to understand here is this 30 should be written directly into this one. Forget not. And from this one, you will have to find any one of them received. It can be x, it can be y. Towards the last, this will be useful here. You can use that one here to find the next missing frequency. By using this formula and applying this formula here over, you will find the first missing frequency. Only the main point which you have to remember means choosing the exact assumed value. You should not choose from here and there. You can, it doesn't matter, you can, but you will take a lot of time. You will get plenty of equations, and solving that will just simply take off your time. That's why it's very easy if you're doing in this. If you're understanding the method and going through the method, it will be much more easier for you. This is all about mean.